So I first want to say thank you so much to the Catholic community who have y'all have just been so wonderful. Just watching my videos that I've thrown out there and just all of the comments and just all the love and all the prayers and just it's I really do appreciate it. Um, I truly had no idea that it would somehow the algorithm pulled me into it, and I don't know what happened, but I'm just very grateful. I'm so grateful. So many of y'all in the comments have said that I need to go and experience a Eucharist adoration. I think that's what you call it. So, an adoration. And so I got onto the local church's website and I found out that it was happening today on the first Friday of every month. And so I was like, okay, well, I asked my husband if he'd like to go, and he was like, yeah, sure. So I went to my first adoration. Now, I went to an adoration chapel. Was that yesterday or the day before? I don't know. I've been doing so much lately. I've just been loving just learning and just soaking in. That is one thing about me is I tend to have like a behavior and pattern within me that can be kind of extreme. I like to like dive all into things sometimes. And so I've just been learning so much, and it's so fascinating to me, and so I tend to consume myself with it. But it's all been so good, and I've been just learning so much, and the spirit has just been testifying of things to me so strongly and teaching me so much that I have not known. And so we went. And I would love to share my experience with y'all because this was my first time experiencing this. And it was in St. Joseph Co-Cathedral. So it's in a beautiful cathedral church. Um, and so whenever we walked in, um, this church, like, it's got glass doors that separate you from like the foyer area and then walking into the chapel church area. So so whenever we walked in, those glass doors were closed, and I could see probably like maybe 10 people sitting in the pews, and I just recognized, like, again, I keep using the same word because it is the word. It's just so reverent. Um, and you could just tell that they were just in deep meditation. And like I almost didn't know what to do. Like I wasn't sure if I should walk in, or I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to do anything wrong. And like I've seen people, as they walk in to church, they would like kneel, and just there's so much respect for the host, for the body of Christ. And you could just feel it. I could just feel that. And so it kind of made me hesitant to walk in because I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to be disrespectful, or I didn't want to do anything like wrong. But I just had such a desire to sit in there and to just feel that peace, and just it's like sitting by still waters. And so we walked in, um, and I just sat towards the back because I just did. And sitting there, the tabernacle was lit up, but everything else, like the lights were off, and so it was dim. I mean, it's light because there's light coming in through the windows, and so it's you could see and everything, but it is dim, like sitting in the pews. But to see the cathedral all lit up, it was just very awe. It was just like, is just beautiful. And like nobody talks. It was just so quiet. And as people would leave, I just recognized, people would like get on their knees and in prayer, or I don't know if there's something that you say as you're leaving, or if you're just praying. But it's just, I really love it. I really do love it. I love that all day long, just the thought that so many people can just all day long go in to this building and feel that peace and just sit in that presence of Jesus, and just feel the Spirit so strongly. I was truly moved to tears as I sat there, and because I have not known. I didn't know that anything like this existed outside of my own religion and the way that I've learned and the way that I've been taught. Like, I just didn't realize that something like this was even available, and that anybody can go in there and experience it. And just the quietness, I mean, you can't help but feel the Spirit and receive that personal revelation and that insight. And I mean, because you're there to give and to receive. Like, it's such an open connection to God, and I'm so amazed. I'm like, I did not know this. It's teaching me and showing me a different way to worship and to be in devotion to Jesus Christ. Like, I love Jesus. I've had Jesus in my life since I was born. I mean, I came into this world into a family that has Jesus Christ, and so I've always known about him. I've learned about him. Like, he is my rock. He is my foundation. Like, he is the whole reason. and I'm like, how have I not known this deeper way of being in communion with him? Like, I'm just so incredibly grateful that he is showing me, that I'm like being drawn into experience this in such a different way than anything that I have ever experienced in my life, in the way that I have learned. And sitting there too, Mary, they have a statue of Mary in like kind of this little cove, and my eyes were drawn to her because I love Mary. I'm just drawn to Mary. I'm drawn to her. I'm drawn to Mary Magdalene. I love the women. And so, as I sat there just looking at her and just thinking about all the things that y'all have been sharing with me about just the mother and the divine feminine and just so much, I was so overcome with so much love for her, and just recognizing that, like, she is that representation of our mother. I have a belief in a mother in heaven. Like, I have a belief in, like, a mother. It's one of those mysteries that we don't have a lot of information about, but I mean, this life is patterned after the one before, and I believe that we have a father and there is a mother, and so we have a heavenly mother. And I love that Mary that it's as though like she is a representation of and a remembrance of, to remind us of our Heavenly Mother. Um, and it made me think too, it just brought me to tears again, just thinking of that mother on the other side of the veil, because my own mother has passed away. Like, she passed away 14 years ago. And so to know that she's on the other side, like my own personal mother, and that we have them, and that we are surrounded just by angels and archangels and just our ancestors. And, it's just so amazing to me. It's just incredible the way that the spirit world around us is. I mean, we only know like just like so much, so just such a little bit. There's so much we don't know. But I'm so grateful that we can have that time, that we can sit in those spaces, in sanctuaries, in temples, and we can sit in that stillness, and we can receive, we can be fed, we can learn, our minds can just be expanded, and we can receive greater knowledge and greater understanding. He can bring greater light and truth into our lives. I am so grateful. So we realized that, it is Friday, and usually they have Friday Mass, and so we were like, well, let's go to Mass too. So we went to eat real quick, and then came back for the 5:30 Mass, which was good because I'm not going to be able to go to church on Sunday because I've got some family obligations. And so it was really neat to be able to go to church during the week, on a Friday evening. And what really stands out to me a lot is, like, everyone who comes there, like, they want to be there. It doesn't seem like it's like this expectation that like I have to go because, or I'm being drugged to church, or like, I mean, maybe there is. I mean, I'm sure that there is, because all religions are probably like that with people, with the expectations and stuff. But it feels as though, there is a true, like, want to be there to connect and to bring Jesus closer into, our lives. And so I thought that was very beautiful. And so the Mass, it is different on Friday afternoon than it is on Sunday, I realize. I didn't know, like, what was going on. I couldn't figure out, like, if he was reading from the book or, like, what was going on. But it was good. I just closed my eyes and I just listened to what was being spoken. And it was just really good. And I love that my husband is so knowledgeable about so much, and I'm able to ask him questions, just about Mary, and just so many things that it's just, I'm learning so much. I had a question. Somebody had said, I'm curious as to how and why a LDS member would be interested in the Catholic Church. That is a very great question, because I honestly never have been in my life. Like, I've just always been I love my own church. So, like, why would I even be interested? Things have happened in, it's kind of personal stuff that's other people's things. And so I don't want to, like, share all the whys of what has led me there, but it has been the Spirit has led me has led me. I'm following the Spirit. That is why, and that is how, is because I have surrendered my life. I wake up every day and I surrender. And I've been very surprised at where God takes me. There are many times I'm questioning. I'm like having to question, like, is this me or is this the Spirit? Because sometimes it's things that I'm like, okay, this is totally not anything that I personally in my past or anything that I would have done. But I am not my past. I am only today. And every day I wake up and I surrender, and I want to follow the Spirit. I want to hear Jesus clearly. I want to be used as a vessel for him in whatever way, for whatever reason, for I don't know. I don't know. I'm just following the Spirit. And so I'm not looking to change religions. Like I'm not seeking and searching to like go to change my whole world life view. It's like my box has been exploding like wide open, which is wonderful and beautiful, because it's the only way that we can grow, and it's the only way we can receive even more, is to let go and to surrender our will over to God's will. And so I am just wanting to be an instrument in his hands in whatever way I can, and whether that's to like just continue to learn more, or to share more about my own beliefs. I don't know what it is or what is happening, but I'm grateful that this is my path. And and now that I have been going to a couple different masses, and I've now experienced adoration, and I'm just learning so much from all of y'all. Like, it has really opened my eyes to Jesus in just new ways and different ways than I ever have. And I have a strong relationship with him. Like, I love him. He has my heart. Like, I am surrendered to him, and I just want to do what he wants me to do. And so that is how and why I, as an LDS member, would be interested in the Catholic Church, because I'm gaining so much knowledge, and I'm gaining just a deeper understanding and feeling of devotion and worship and respect. Like, I have such respect for the Catholic faith. Like, for the members of the Catholic Church. I mean, truly, I really, truly had no idea. I think that so many times we can stay very in our own communities and in our own religions, our own beliefs, surrounded by just all the same people who are like us, and so we do miss out. We miss out on so much whenever we do that. And I have done that a lot of my life. I mean, most of my friends have been Catholic because I was born and raised in Louisiana. And so Louisiana is predominantly Catholic. And so the majority of my friends have been Catholic, but I've always just only gone to my own church, and people would always come with me to my church. And so, Yeah. So I'm just open. I mean, I would love to go to all the churches and like because I've only gone to my own and this is opening my eyes so much and I'm so grateful. I mean, I love my own church. I love the faith and you know, I love my foundation and the knowledge and the truths that I have because there's so much truth in this world and I'm grateful for what I have. So thank y'all for the suggestion to go to an adoration because that was such an incredible, remarkable, awe inspiring, like it was an awesome experience for me to sit there and to feel and to receive and just it did something within me. It changed something within me and I could feel it. I recognized it. And the spirit was very strong. And I love that. I love wherever we can go to feel the spirit and to receive in that kind of way. So, thank y'all. Thank y'all for that. I appreciate the suggestion and making me aware that that is even a thing. I'll definitely go in the future because I've just never experienced anything like that except in the celestial room in the temple. It's very similar. And so I loved it. So thank y'all. Until next time, I appreciate y'all being here and everything.